Welcome to week 4 of Friday Night Lights. You know, on Tuesday, our original game of the week between Lampasas and China Spring, they got canceled because of COVID-related issues at China Spring. So we moved up to our flex game of the week to the main course. It's the game of the week that featured West and Rogers, two teams that should make the playoffs this season. Let's head out to Trojan Stadium, where West was looking to win its 3rd game of the year. Coming out of the half, West up 21-9, but the Eagles say, hey, it's our turn now. Riley Dollinger hands off to Christian Riley, hopping over people, plowing through people. Look at that. Holy smokes. What a run right there. Takes it to the outside, runs it all the way to the red zone. That would set up the Eagles for this next play. Quarterback R.J. Cook on the keeper. He is cooking up something good right there. Runs it in for the touchdown. Extra point good. Eagles down 21-16. Trojans ball. Landon Edwards intended to Dustin Yonkit. Uh-oh. Makes the catch, but fumbles the football, recovered by the swarm of Eagles right there. They take over and get right to work. The pitch to Christian Riley. He is going to take it into Trojan territory, wide open. That offensive line was on fire tonight. Look at the blocking downfield. Look at the moves. That's L1 on your PS4 joystick right there. Then later, 2nd and goal, Dollinger on the keeper. It's all black. It looks like it's in the night. I can tell you, though, West would go on to win 35-29. Let's head out to Nikki Lattarulo, who's live at Trojan Stadium with the winning coach. Nikki?
Well, hey, Nick, this was a game of the week you definitely did not want to miss as West pulled out the win, but they were up 21-9 coming out of the half, and the Eagles would score 2 straight touchdowns, take the lead, but it was West that ultimately pulled out the W. I'm joined now by West head coach David Woodard. Coach, walk me through that second half. What did you tell your guys when they went up 1 point and then you guys ultimately came out with the win?
You know, we talked before the game about, we knew there'd be some adversity hit us tonight. You know, they're a really good football team, and you know, they play hard, and we knew they wouldn't go away. So, you know, we just told our kids to calm down, relax, you know, go back to what we've been coaching all year and play like you know how to play. And, you know, they responded well, and we're able to pull it out. And
Trey Yonick, 4 touchdowns. How important is he for this offense?
You know, he's a big-time playmaker, and so just so proud that he's on our team, and you know, you get every ounce of energy out of him, you know, every play he has, and so you know, he did a great job. Our guys up front did a great job of opening some holes, and you know, our other running backs did a great job blocking for each other. So just, you know, proud of our guys and proud of Trey and the way they came back and battled back tonight.
And now, how do you carry this momentum into your next game?
You know, we're open next week, and we kind of need that. We're a little beat up right now, and so, you know, hopefully we can get back to some fundamentals and basics this next week and work on some of those things that you may not spend as much time for. And then, you know, understand that we carry the experiences that we got tonight, you know, battling back, handling the adversity, coming through, and being able to carry those as we move forward in the district.
Thank you, Coach, and congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Make sure to stick with us, guys. The final score at our game of the week, 35-29 West. We'll hear from Trey Yonick coming up in our live stream portion. Nick?
Hey, tell Coach Woodard to go get me a boudin kolache and drop it off later tonight after the show. I am starving. All right, we'll check back with Nikki later on. All right, now to our flex game of the week, which saw Bosqueville score off against Riesel. This used to be a district game, but not anymore. Bosqueville head coach Clint Zander taking on his alma mater. 3rd quarter, Indians start with the ball. Kyson Dietrich on the keeper, gets Riesel into the red zone right there. Next play, the handoff to Will McClintock. Goes off the edge. It's dinner time, so he's got reservations for 6. 33-18 as the Indians go for 2. Play action. Dietrich lobs it up to Austin Searcy. Dives in for 2. It's now a 2-score game. Ensuing possession. Luke Bradshaw, the option, tucks it, runs, going 43 yards, untouched to the pylon. Extra point, no good. Bosqueville led 39-20 at that point, and they would go on to win tonight. The final, 52-20. Let's go out to Curtis Quillin, who joins us live from Bulldog Stadium with more on this game. And my man, Clint Zander, right there.
He's a tall mother. I think he's taller than me. He's so skinny, it looks like it anyway.
Well, yeah, Nick, a big-time win for Bosqueville here tonight, and here is the head coach of the Bulldogs, his 13th year at the helm, Clint Zander. Coach, you guys finally get in the win column tonight. How good does this feel, and what did you see from your guys tonight?
You know, it feels really good. We start district next week, so try to get on that winning streak. We played a tough one last week, lost by a point in double overtime. And, you know, it feels good to get in the win column. And Kids played hard again tonight. We executed a lot better offensively, and that's really what the key was for us.
Do you feel like something clicked with your guys and that you guys can build on this moving forward? You got Rio Vista next week, and then it's district play.
Yeah, I do. You know, the last 2 weeks we've really improved defensively, and we got some kinks to work out, some stuff they exposed tonight, but you know, I do feel good moving into Rio Vista next week. I know they won big again tonight, so it'll be a tough contest for us.
I know this is a game that's always kind of especially meaningful for you. You're a Riesel grad, and you got a big-time win over a good Riesel team tonight. What does this mean for you personally?
For me personally, it's the ability to talk trash for the next year. You know, every time I see family, I can talk smack to them, and you know, in my old high school guys that I graduated with, and they got some kids playing. One of the guys I graduated with, his son's our quarterback. Ken Folk was the quarterback, came in the second half. So, you know, it's fun to get to see those kids play, but it's even funner when you beat them.
Bosqueville moves to 1-2 on the young season. Nick, we'll have more on what this means coming up in Big Picture. For now, live at Bulldog Stadium, Curtis Quillin, 6 Sports.
All right, we'll check in with you guys later on here. Look, Zach Herbosic, obviously one of the best running backs in the entire state. Last week, he rushed for 250 yards and 6 touchdowns on just 17 carries. Herbosic would face his toughest challenge of the season. He went up against a really good Franklin Lion team that was upset by Cameron Yo a week ago. First quarter action, Seth Spiller taking the handoff, left side, steps on the gas, dives into the end zone. 22-yard touchdown run. Extra point was blocked, so it's Franklin leading 6-zip. Still in the first, Bryce Washington, looking like Joe Washington from my hometown of Port Arthur, making people miss. 38 yards later, he's in for the score. 2-point conversion was good. It's 14-zip. Troy would answer. There is Mr. Zach Herbosic. He was bottled up pretty much the entire first quarter. Here he comes. 7 yards out, 14-7. After a Franklin fumble, Herbosic again. He takes it in from 5 yards out, 14-14 at that point. But Franklin, they would go on a scoring tear, and they would win big, 42-27. We had a top 10 matchup at Tiger Stadium between 7th-ranked Belleville and 8th-ranked Rockdale. Rockdale's Robert Owens taking down the right side before the end zone, gets it down to about the 2-yard line. Tigers are unable to complete the touchdown, so Rockdale back on offense. Anthony Dansby to Hagen Land. Another field run for the Tigers. The Brahmas will go to work on offense. Richard Reese, look at him, fix that, our camera guy, all the way to the end zone. 7-zip Belleville for the end of the first quarter. Second quarter, Tigers attempt to redeem themselves. Drayden Castaneda, he is stopped after a gain about 10, 11, maybe 12 yards. Brahmas back on offense. It's Jake Liska looking for space, finds Robert Briggs wide open, blown coverage, 14-0 Brahmas. And let's go to the final score, 42-14. Rockdale, they get rocked tonight. Score from around the area, massive battle between number 1 Argyle, number 2 La Vega. La Vega falls big, 35-7. Gatesville picks up their first win in a long time over Hillsborough, 22-16. All right, Salado knocks off Mejia 40-21. Academy 4-0 on the season. They defeat Lago Vista 13-zip. McGregor all over Arlington Oak Ridge 41-23, and Buffalo all over Teague tonight 45-9. Stay right where you are. We're going to have more scores and highlights coming up later on in the show. We'll be right back after the break. Time constraints. Thank you, Dad. How's everybody doing tonight? I know, Kate Perry, the phone fell. Oh, yes, ma'am, in the E block. All right. How's everybody doing tonight? So basically, we got 2 more segments to go, then we have a live stream portion.
Wait, Courtney, tell Nick I'm going to do the live interview with the kid in the live stream
yes,
portion,
sir.
though.
Hey, you're looking great. Everything's in for
if that's okay, because I told him to come at 10:30.
Okay, awesome. That'll work, brother.
I don't have dates for Moody.
tell Nick I'll be live with the athlete in the beginning of the live stream portion because I told him to come out at 10:30, so I'll just do a normal live shot right now, if that's okay.
Okay, no problem.
Last score I have is 28-21 in the fourth. San Saba on top.
Yeah, that's what I had.
That one's still in progress. But your girl Ashley Pickle's covering that game.
All right, it's crazy because most of these games I haven't seen. So what you see on TV is basically the first time I'm ever seeing them, and it's the first time I'm reading scripts.
That's the DCTF game of the week. They've been joking about it all week on their podcast.
Don't realize. Welcome back. Robinson's offense have struggled big time to score points this season. In 3 games, they've managed just 32 points. Could that change against the Fairfield team that's only scored 14 points this entire season? We'll pick it up second quarter. Robinson leading 21-14. Robinson's Lucky Clark delivers the nice run. Oh, faked that guy out of his shoes. Probably broke his ankle right there. Then Joseph McHenry back to pass. Evades the rush. Slings it out to number 5. That is Cooper Petty for a first down. And actually, they didn't even get anything going on there, but Fairfield, they go on offense. That's Hayden Braswell, just delivers the boom right there. And then long touchdown run by Caden Crawford. Fakes out a camera guy. There's a flag, but it wouldn't even matter. That's a touchdown, Eagles. But Robinson, they would come up big, and they would win big tonight, 35-21. Conley, they fell to the top 10 with a tough loss to Springtown last week. Could they get back on track against Adrian Peterson's alma mater, the Palestine Wildcats? Right off the bat, Palestine with the ball. Hand off to Jacarian Conley. He's quick on his feet, sets the offense up inside the 10. Following play, Shadarick Dudley runs it in for the touchdown. It's 7-zip Palestine right out of the gate. Cadets ball, Kavion Gaither. This kid's an absolute stud with his arms, with his feet. He's at his own 20-yard line. That play is a 40-yard run. Following play, Gaither hands off to Trey Weisner. Remember that kid? Yeah, he had like 250 yards in week 1. Here he comes again. Down the sideline, late hit. That's a personal foul. Move it up 15 more yards. Cadets, they had all the chances but could not get in the end zone. They would attempt a field goal, but just like Scott Norwood in Super Bowl 25, it's wide right. Palestine led 7-zip after 1 quarter, but Connolly, they come from behind and they win. Nice win there, 14-7. Ray Biles and his Lorena Leopards looking for a better defensive effort as China Spring hung 42 points on them 2 weeks ago. They welcome Madisonville. Senior Erica Laredo named homecoming queen. A huge congratulations goes out to her. Second half, here's how you put a drive together. That's Jaden Porter. Great athletic move, first down. Next play, Ben Schmishhammer dials it up to Porter. He's got hands too. Nice spin, great number. That's my favorite number, number 7. Sets up the easy touchdown for Carson Pitts coming up right here. Takes the handoff, plows right up the gut, 36-17 at that point, and they just run away with that. Late fourth quarter, it's 56-17 Leopards. Let's head out to Pirate Stadium. Crawford playing host to number 10 Holland in a battle of unbeatens. First quarter action, Hornets driving. Ethan Botts scrambles to his right, fires. Cole Ralston grabs it, picks up 5 more, and a Hornet first down. Final play of the frame, 4th down. Aiden Tomasak going for it all. It is broken up right there. Incomplete. Pirates take over. So ensuing possession, Crawford quarterback Tanner Miranda says, hey, get the keys. We are going for a drive right here. Breaks a couple of tackles. That's a first down. 2 plays later, Miranda to his right. Luke Tolbert dives for the goal line. He's in, 30 yards. Extra point is no good. 6-zip Crawford at that point. They would hold on to win and upset number 8 Holland 13-8. All right, we're coming down the home stretch here on Friday Night Lights. When we come back, we'll head back out to our game of the week. Stay with us. Well, that's going to do it for this segment of Friday Night Lights. We'll be streaming live on our KCN Facebook page and our KCN app, so go check it out for more scores and highlights. Plus, our Gridiron Player of the Week. That is coming up in just a few minutes. Welcome back to our live stream portion of the show. Our game of the week was absolutely incredible. West Trojans, they win again. A big win over Rogers tonight. So let's head out to Trojan Stadium, where Nikki Latarillo is standing by with one of the superstars from tonight's game. Hey, Nikki.
Well, hey, Nick, yes, this game was one, like I said earlier, you definitely don't want to miss. I'm joined by senior running back and cornerback Trey Yannick. Trey, 4 touchdowns, over 300 yards. Walk me through tonight's performance.
Well, we did really good, and we came out of the box and hit him in the mouth on offense and moved the ball down the field really well. Defense played physical, gave up a few big plays, but we came back with our run game and played catch, with the football pretty well tonight. And overall, good performance. A few things to improve on.
And the second half, Rogers really came in swinging that interception. They got 2 touchdowns in a row. What were you guys saying to each other in the huddles to really get yourselves going again?
Get it back. I mean, we can move the ball on them better than they can move it on us, and move the ball down the field. And if we turn it over, make a stop, get it back. With us, we just had to execute, and that's just what it really came down to. So we played harder, longer. And now you guys have a bye week next week. How do you keep this momentum going for now 2 weeks? We're going to practice hard. I mean, it doesn't matter if we're playing a game on Friday or not. It's all about practice, and we practice hard. we came this far before district. So I mean, we'll be good.
And now you have 3 straight wins, and there's a lot of senior leadership on this team. How has that helped with the consistency?
Well, me and our quarterback Landon Edwards and our safety Anthony McLaughlin and the other cornerback Guillermo Acevedo, we all grown up playing football together. Taking snaps. Our center number 55 Landon Eubanks. We've all been playing football since we were little kids. So I mean, we all know each other. We all just have got that dynamic with each other, and so now we're really capitalizing on it, taking advantage of it.
And you think that could help take you guys even further this season in conference?
Oh, of course. It's just a matter of getting the fundamentals together and throwing the football as much as we run it and vice versa, and just really diversifying our offense and defense, locking them down, staying physical.
Well, congratulations on a great performance and a win.
Thank you very much.
Again, the final score from this game was 35-29 West. West improves to 3-1 on the season. We'll break down this game coming up a little bit later. But for now, reporting live in West, Nikki Lattarulo, 6 Sports.
Hey, tell Trey that his grandma emailed me today, and I emailed her back. Tell her hello, and I hope she has a great weekend.
Your grandma emailed us, and he says that to say hi to her.
My grandma?
I guess.
Hey, I mispronounced
He didn't
his
even
last,
know.
I mispronounced his last name, so my bad, but I'm going to get it right here later on. All right, look, we're going to check in with Curtis Quillin in just a bit, but let's get you out to some action around the area. Let's start out with number 8, Bremond. They're coming off a 43-0 win over Milano last week. Could they keep it going against Dawson tonight? Dawson, their football, first quarter, Bodie Martinez fakes the fullback dive. Great read. He is gone. Look at the speed on that guy. Woo! 13-0 at that point right there. Then Bremond, here they come back. Jere Bledsoe, direct snap, first down yardage. Number 99 on a direct snap. Hey, I've never seen that before. Same drive, Seth Kozlowski reading the jet sweep, keeps it. Touchdown, 13-8 after the 2-point conversion. Then a safety. Bremond, actually, they just stepped on the gas, and they ended up winning this game 24-13, so big win by the Tigers tonight. Valley Mills, they picked up their first win of the season in our game of the week at Marlin last week. Tonight, they tried to get to 500. They traveled off against the Moody Bearcats. Valley Mills, they looked like they would score first in this one. However, goal line, fumble. It's ruled a turnover and a touchdown. Uh-oh. And then Moody goes to work, chewing up yardage clock and then controlling things. But we are still scoreless through the first quarter. So the second quarter, bat snap. Bearcats are in business now. Here's the game's first score, a nifty run. And there you go. Look at that. On the right side, touchdown, extra points good, 7-0. Moody led, but Valley Mills, they would come from behind and win 21-12. All right, let's switch gears. Go back out to our flex game of the week. You saw Curtis Quillin with head coach Clint Zander earlier. He's got I guess, one of the stars of the game, if they have a star. No, actually, he's by himself out there in Bulldog Stadium. Curtis, how's it going out there?
Well, 7 p.m. game, and there's like 3 of us still here. Could be worse. We got football tonight. No, Bosqueville looked really good tonight. I mean, this is this team that needed the offense to start finding a way. The defense had been improving. Remember, the Bulldogs had a really weird offseason because of the McLennan County shutdown due to COVID. Bosqueville lost its week 1 game, so its first game was supposed to be a home game against Holland. That got moved to Holland. They get thumped that night. And then, last week they go to double overtime with a 3A squad in Palmer. Tonight, punch up a weight class again against Riesel, but they get a big-time win. And this was the offense has steadily been improving through these 3 games for Bosqueville. It finally started clicking in the second half tonight. I mean, whatever Bosqueville wanted on these drives, it got. And that was a huge confidence booster. You could just see it on the sideline. Bosqueville scored with probably about 4 minutes to play in the game, and you see Clint Zander, who's usually a little more mild-mannered of a coach, turn around, face the stands, and start waving the crowd into it. So this is a team that is feeling confident and feeling like it can contend for a district title with the likes of Crawford and Toller and Hamilton. Crawford, which got a big win tonight against a ranked Holland team. I mean, this is going to be a tough district, and Bosqueville feels now, after tonight's win, has the confidence that it is starting to make those right steps. Another win next week against Rio Vista heading into the bye before district play would be a huge, huge step in that direction as well. But Nick, no, this offense tonight was impressive, and if it keeps playing like that, it can do some damage in District 7.
Yeah, Bosqueville punching up in weight again. Look, they're not scared. Clint Zander's been doing this for a long time. He will take on whoever, whenever. It doesn't matter if it's 6A, 5A, 4A, 3A, 2A. He's going to go out there and they're going to compete, and they showed that tonight. Well, we will.
Right.
I was going to say we will see you back in just a bit here. We're going to do a couple more things, and we'll wrap it up in big picture. Look, like I said earlier, we had several games canceled this week, so they had teams scrambling all over the place to find an opponent. One of those games was Jewett-Leon facing off against Hamilton at Fair Park Field in Riesel. Oh, there they are right there, the old Leon Cougars right there. They go to work here on offense. Nice play fake. The pitch to Tito Gonzalez. Where is he at? Oh, there he is. Right up the gut, down the sidelines until he's thrown down at the 28-yard line. Later, Jacob Robinson winds up, fires across the middle to Tyson Cornetti for a Leon first down. And then, hey, it worked. It worked the first time. Might as well work again. Robinson, Cornetti, touchdown, two-point conversion, no good. 6-0 Leon at that point. They go on to win 26-6. Scores from around the area. Groesbeck, they fall at home to Palmer 42-20. It was Tenaha all over Clifton 43-26. Milano, they fall to Snook 22-7. Mart, number 1 in the state, they defeat Whitney 32-7. Axtell, they fall to Chilton 58-14. It was Llano, shocking number 6 San Saba 35-31. Goldthwaite, they win and win big 34-3 over Florence. Number 3 Jonesboro, a no doubter over Blum 53-18. And it was Abbott all over Fort Worth THESA 56-8. All right, it is time to announce our Gridiron Player of the Week. Let's bring back in Nikki Lattarulo. And Nikki, your guy was up for Mr. Texas Football Player of the Week, and we found out tonight he actually won Mr. Texas Football Player of the Week.
Well, yeah, Nick, my player of the week for week 3 was Noah Mesher. He is a senior from Salado, and he did win Dave Campbell's Mr. Texas, which is a huge accomplishment for anyone, and I'm really happy for him. He had 5 touchdowns last week in their game week 3, and he is a multi-sport varsity athlete that has only played defense last season varsity. This year is his first year playing full offense, and he had an amazing performance. Take a look. Last Friday night, the Salado Eagles improved to 2-1 on the season with a big win against Stephenville. The Eagles put up 61 points, 30 of which came thanks to Noah Mesher. The senior fullback finished Friday with 27 carries, 364 yards, and 5 rushing touchdowns. The multi-sport varsity athlete competed on the defensive side of the game last season as a junior, but this year stepped into the fullback spot and hasn't looked back. Something Salado head coach Alan Hare said he's earned.
He's a smart kid, and so he cares about others, and that helps him when you're a fullback, because pretty much you're a glorified guard too, because you got to block as well. Good things happen for good kids like that, but he's reached his potential, but because of the work he's put in.
Mesher gave all the glory to his offensive line, who opened up huge holes for him throughout the game, but said having a performance like that motivates him to push even harder.
I mean, I'm definitely going to keep working hard for as many games as we have, and the linemen are going to keep on making holes, so I'll keep running as much as I can.
And Mesher, one of those kids that wouldn't really talk about how good his performance is. He was just giving all the glory to the offensive line and to everyone who was blocking for him. But I told him, I said, this is a big accomplishment. You got to be happy for yourself. And now he's Mr. Texas for week 3. So I got to say, I think I picked a good one for that week. Now, I don't know who's going to be my one for this week, but I got to just talk to a good one before.
I know, 364 yards. Is it cold out there? You have broken out the first time the FNL pullover.
I know, it's quarter zip season.
Quarter
I think
zip
Curtis
season.
would
Curtis
love
Quillin's
to hear
gonna
that.
be
If you
jealous.
could hear me, Curtis, it's quarter zip season.
Oh, there's Curtis. He does have the quarter
We have
zip
the
on.
branded ones.
All right, hey, listen. Let's.
Does he?
He does. I'm the only one that doesn't have a quarter zip. Let's go to big picture here, and let me tell you my team, who I am been impressed with the entire season. The Academy Bumblebees. They are 4-0. They're the real deal.
Yeah.
I think they're going to make some noise in district play. I mean, are you guys on the Academy train or not? Because I'm on it.
And they have a great game coming up.
Next week.
Sorry, they do.
All in. All in. Buy me a ticket. I'm all in on the Academy
All
train.
in.
4-0 with wins
He's on
over
the train.
Rogers, Clifton, and Lago Vista heading into Lorena next week. Man. And keep in mind, preseason, Dave Campbell's Texas football had Academy 5th in the district, Lorena 4th in District 11, 3A Division 1. So they're opening with a game that preseason was picked to be to determine a playoff spot. Hoo boy, sign me up for that one.
I know. That is excellent. Nikki, West Trojans, they look very good tonight.
Yes.
So did Rogers. And those two teams,
yes.
I feel that they're going to both make the playoffs.
Yes.
Can West keep it going? They're 3-1 now. They've played really well here this season. Despite that tough loss to Lexington, which they were state ranked, and Lexington is always good. But how much can they keep this momentum? Coach said that they have a really a bye that's much needed until they start district play. What's his thought process like? Going into district play in 2 weeks.
Well, I have to say West in the first half, they were all over it. They were offensively and defensively just dominating. And then Rogers came out in the second half and they pulled forward. So I think if they were to not play as poorly offensively in the first half, they could have won this game because Rogers played outstanding in the second half. But West, both offensively and defensively, they have a suffocating defense. And then offensively, obviously, Trey Yannick, who I just spoke to, he's crucial for that offense. Him and coach both said that these are much needed week off next week because of the games they've played have been so tough the past 4 weeks. But I honestly think Rogers and West will both be in the playoffs because Rogers looked really good also. So I think they both have really talented offense and defense, and the Rogers offense is they run all that option. So that was tricky for them in the first half, but they obviously picked it up because they scored a lot in the second half, West.
Yeah, I was very impressed with Salado. They went on the road tonight.
That Rogers pistol offense is tough.
Salado goes on the road, defeats Mejia 40-21, and so that's a big win for Salado and Alan Hare and them. Mart kept rolling. It's kind of weird to see them only win 32-7, but Whitney's very good. And then let's see who else.
Whitney is good.
Lorena, of course, a big win over Madisonville. Troy and Franklin. Franklin, I thought, did a great job corralling Zachary Bosqueville for especially the first quarter. They kind of got it going. They got it tied at 14, and then Franklin just wore them down, and they were just too big. But obviously, I think Troy will be. They'll bounce back, and they'll be fine. Anyone else that sticks out?
I do have questions about Troy after that game, though.
What you got?
And my questions about Troy are because you look at Troy's non-district schedule. Remember, district play starts next week. Troy has not played a spread team yet, and every team in District 11 3A Division 1 except for Troy runs the spread offense. Troy has played 3 slot T teams, week 1 against Salado, week 2 against Mejia, and tonight against Franklin. And last week played a Robinson team that I've heard, and I haven't gotten this confirmed, but I've heard from multiple people, has transitioned to the flexbone offense. So Troy, I do have questions, but it has nothing to do with after tonight. It's how do they handle the spread offense when their defense is on the field starting next week.
Speaking of next week, 6A and 5A, they get kicked off. What a wild week. I mean, how excited are you guys? Nikki, how excited are you guys to finally, we see, Midway and all the Quillin schools and Belton and Temple and the list goes on and on, University, Waco High. This is going to be fun now.
Midway doesn't play next week.
Okay, Midway plays in a couple of weeks. But I'm just the gist of it. Everybody finally kicking off.
Midway's doing a second scrimmage next week.
How excited is it for everybody just to kick off here next week, 6A and 5A?
Well, everyone else. I'm just excited. I'm just excited to see everyone playing. Now we don't have our full spread of teams right now. Once we get 5A and 6A going, we're full. It's a full send. A full send high school football. I love this. I'm having the best time, guys.
It'll finally feel like a real high school football season. That's not to knock anything with the small schools, but to have you know, you have all these really awesome small school games, and then you couple it with the 10,000 person stadiums being filled with fans at Temple and Midway and Belton. Obviously, there won't be 10,000 people there anymore this season because of COVID-19, but it'll finally start to feel like something of a normal Texas high school football season, because I think I can speak for all of us pretty safely when I say this has not felt anything close to normal this season so far.
No, not at all. And real quick before we go,
I honestly think it has a little.
Yeah. You know,
I think, like, when you're at the games, the environment seems pretty normal to me. Like, other than the masks and the stands not being full, I think, like, the environment is way more normal than what I thought it would be.
Yeah, and hopefully this is over.
And yeah, at the game, you're right, but the buzz around it, the buzz leading up to it and coming out of it, the rest of the game day atmosphere in the area is just different when you don't have the 5As and the 6As playing. That is something that they do bring, even though I do really enjoy the one high school towns more, and you do get that a lot more at the 4A, 3A, and below level.
Yeah, they get a little bit more juice. Real quick, 12-6A. Is it Temple's for the taking? I mean, I like Temple and I like Shoemaker. I really like Shoemaker. I think Toby Foreman is going to do a heck of a job with that team.
I love Shoemaker. I love Shoemaker.
I don't know that I would say it's Temple's for the taking, man. I mean, Temple lost 7 starters on defense. They've got, what, 4.5 back this season. Now, don't get me wrong. Temple is the favorite still. But, man, Harker Heights, you talk to Jerry Edwards, and he is high on that offense. Jerry Edwards at Harker Heights says that this has the potential to be the most explosive offense he has coached in his time at Harker Heights. And he's a man known for defense, and he's excited about his defense, too. So Heights, Shoemaker, Temple, I think one of those 3 will win it. If Ellison can get it figured out on defense, Ellison can contend, but man, watch out for Quillin ISD this year. And then I also had a coach, another 6A coach in the area, tell me that Belton will stay in and compete for a playoff spot in that district, even if it's only because of Brett Sniffen and Ruben Jimenez, the head coach and the quarterback. So you've got, it seems like it's a 6-team race for 4 spots. I'm super excited.
Yeah, you mentioned
for District 12 6A. That's going to be, it was fascinating last year. It'll be even better this year.
You mentioned Ellison defense, very, very young. I know Nikki had a chance to talk with Coach Wright. He says there are a lot of babies out there. There's a lot of sophomores that are going to prove themselves. So for these kids, it's time to put up or shut up. Here's their opportunity. That's all they want to play.
Keep in mind, Ellison has made its living with sophomores before.
Yeah.
I mean, Breezion Spiller
made
his first start as a
quarterback this year, he said.
As a sophomore.
And he's a stud, too. He's a stud.
Oh, man. That was huge for them. Last year, the kicking game did cost them a couple of district games. They could have gotten into the playoffs at that point.
They have a kicker now, he said.
Trying to get that young defense.
Yeah, that's like Nikki said.
Trying to get that young defense, fixing the kicking game, that'll be big for the Eagles.
The kicking game is massive. Well, guys, let's get next week is week 5. The season's already halfway over. It's crazy.
How is it over? It's already halfway done.
It's halfway done. No Baylor football tomorrow, which is kind of odd again. But, hey, this is the times we're living in. So we'll be ready for our game of the week, our big announcement on Monday, which we kind of already know who that might be. But we're going to keep our lips quiet. And
we just got to look to make sure there's nothing better.
Exactly, exactly. So, guys, thank you guys again. Excellent job tonight. And we will see you, I guess, tomorrow night when everybody sees you on TV at 6 and 10. Actually, no 6 o'clock show, just a 10 o'clock show.
Just 10.
Yep, we'll see you then.
All right, guys. All right, that's going to do it for Friday Night Lights. For everybody that works here and upstairs, everybody plays a huge, important part in making this Friday Night Lights what it is. So we appreciate you guys. Have a great night, and we will see you next Friday night.